The first, best, and cheapest way to get leads, especially if you are dead slow, is simply to go door to door, right? If you don't have any leads, you don't have any past customers, the easiest thing you can do is go door to door. Now, dress nicely, right? Dress in a nice polo, matching pants, and you might be scared about it. You might not want to do it, and you might have want to turn off this podcast just because I'm even talking about it. But instead of spending money, which you don't have, you want to spend time and energy and get a little bit uncomfortable.
Welcome to the Painter Growth Podcast, where we help you scale your painting company in record time. Join us as we explore sales, marketing, hiring, finances, leadership, and more, everything that you need to know to scale and grow your painting business. I hope you enjoy and subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Mike Gore-Hickman here, founder of paintergrowth.com, and you're listening to the Painter Growth Podcast. Sorry, I don't have any video today because we're actually on location in Phoenix, Arizona. We have our mastermind coming up. We have our welcome reception tomorrow night. We have a 2-day mastermind on Thursday and Friday with about 50 clients coming to us in Phoenix. We got about 8 staff here, and we are ready to have an awesome, fun-filled, education-filled, and outcome-filled couple of days. But before that, we're actually doing a team event right now. We have just a bunch of our team here, an Airbnb in Scottsdale, and we're just working on the business. So we're planning the rest of 2024, working on 2025. We're working through like our challenges and opportunities and KPIs and numbers and roles and responsibilities and projects and all that fun stuff. So I hope that you guys do that every now and then with your business, is just look at kind of what's going on in your business, review your KPIs, figure out key initiatives. It's just something I think that everyone should do that. Even if you're doing this, even if you're a small business, even if it's just you should do at least a quarterly review to see kind of what happened in your business, what you need to do, what you should stop doing, start doing, keep doing, things like that. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today for a little bit for you guys is the concept of momentum. So as you start your business, I mean, unless you get really lucky and just like get a huge project or you have an amazing referral source right when you get started, it can be really difficult to create momentum for your business, to get started, to get off the ground, to get things kind of moving first, right? And that could, what does that momentum even look like? Well, that can be like your first few jobs, bringing on your first few painters, having some reasonable lead flows, bringing in cash flow, having deposits come in, having clients call you, having your phone ring, getting Google reviews. All of those things are momentum happening in your business. And the more momentum that you have in your business, the faster your business will grow, the more money you'll make, things like that. But really, like getting that momentum at the very start can be really tricky. Think about building a fire, right? When you build a fire, if you already have like a raging fire going, it's easy to make that fire even bigger, right? You just add more fuel to it and it gets bigger. But to get that fire started initially, right from kindling, right from the very beginning, if you don't have a match, if you don't have accelerant, if it's just you and some wet twigs, and that's all you're working with, you're not going to have a very good time trying to build a business, trying to get a fire going. So let's look at the inputs. What are our inputs? What's our accelerant? What's our fuel? What's our effort? What's our energy that we're putting into it? And if you have wet sticks, you're just trying to rub them together lightly, very slowly, then you're never, ever, ever going to have a fire. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing with your businesses. You're trying to get it going from scratch, and you're just rubbing a couple of wet twigs together slowly, so to speak, right? What can that look like in your painting business? I mean, that can look like you just sitting at home on your couch waiting for the phone to ring. That can look like you doing one project, jumping on that project, painting it yourself, and then once the project is over, waiting for your phone to ring until the next project comes around, right? And doing that kind of thing, going to job, not screaming about your business, not we'll talk about the strategies in a minute here, but not screaming about your business, not doing the activities to not just be rubbing a few wet twigs together, but to have a large pile of fresh, dry, crispy kindling and a box of, brand new matches, ready to fire up with some, nice, dry, crispy newspaper right under that. It's completely different, right? And if you have that wet sticks that you're rubbing together, you're not going to have a good time. Business is going to be really hard. You're not going to have any fun. You're not going to make any money. So how can we help you to go from your business right now, which is you trying to rub some wet sticks together slowly, to having that beautiful, crispy, dry pile of fresh kindling and that box of matches ready to go? Okay. And as a quick aside, I'm going to go through this, but if you've been listening to this for a little while and you've wanted to just kind of understand a bit more about who we are and you want to work with us and you want us to help you get that momentum in your business without investing in our high ticket coaching program yet, and spending thousands. Well, we just actually released a $97 foundations course on school. And if you go to school.com/paintergrowth, we'll have the link it below. You can actually join our foundations program. We'll help you book your next 5 jobs for $97. So it's like super low commitment. It's just 97 bucks. And you can join and get some of the training that we usually charge literally thousands for. We're not going to have it at this price for too long. This is our introductory price. So if you want to get in there, um, you want to start booking some jobs and getting some momentum right away, then just hit that link in the description, paintergrowth.com, or sorry, school.com/paintergrowth. And you will be able to, we'll help you book your next 5 jobs for 97 bucks. Cool. So anyway, back to the topic. So how do we move from having no momentum to lots of momentum? And the kind of concept that you want to think about, especially if you don't have a lot of money, right? You don't have like 2,000 a month or 5,000 a month to spend on Facebook ads and Google ads, and we don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to buy leads from Angie's or Home Advisor, but you want to be able to create some impact in your community. And the only way that you can create that impact is by letting people know that you exist. And as long as you're sitting on your couch, not doing anything, or just painting on one job site, nobody knows you exist. So, a formula that you can think about is a very simple formula. Don't be scared by formula. We're going to make this one really easy for you. But the formula is basically your output will equal your input. So the more output you do, the more input directly you're going to get. So output meaning the more people that you tell about your business, the more people that you get to tell people about your business, the more signs you put up, the more flyers you put up, the more people you talk to, the more um, people who are exposed to your business and that you're able to introduce to your company, regardless if they're qualified or not. The more people that you do that, the more customers you will get. So we need some strategies to get more people in front of our business. And if you've ever heard the term, it takes a village, then this is what we're talking about right now. We need to be able to rally our network and rally the people that we know and rally all of the time and energy that we have possible to getting to as many people to know about our business as possible. Now, the first best and cheapest way to get leads, especially if you are dead slow, is simply to go door to door, right? If you don't have any leads, you don't have any past customers, the easiest thing you can do is go door to door. Now, dress nicely, right? Dress in a nice polo, matching pants, and you might be scared about it. You might not want to do it, and you might have want to turn off this podcast just because I'm even talking about it. But instead of spending money, which you don't have, you want to spend time and energy and get a little bit uncomfortable. If you're scared to get a little bit uncomfortable to make money, then you're probably never going to make money. So what you'll do is go on to Google Maps and look at your city and look and specifically zoom into the areas where you've done jobs in the past. Good jobs, your favorite jobs, the jobs that had the highest profit, the best customers. They paid quickly. They were good projects. You really enjoyed those ones. You really enjoyed that area, right? You liked that area. You felt safe in that area. They had nice cars, nice lawns. And what I want you to do is take the little street view person and drag him onto a street and a few streets and look at the lawns and look at the cars. Are the streets where you've painted projects already? Do these streets have nice cars and do they have nice manicured yards and lawns? And if they do, if they have both those things, then you need to drive to those areas or bus to those areas or whatever it takes and knock. Bring a friend, bring two, bring your brothers, bring your sisters, bring your parents, bring your family members, bring your whoever you can get. The more people, the better, because you need to get out there and tell as many people as possible about your company. The longer you sit at home and not do this, the longer you're not going to make money. So if you don't have money, you need to do something like this, right? Instead of money, you're going to go outside your comfort zone. You're going to use effort. Eventually, you want to get to that point where you're actually hiring people to do this. But initially, you don't have that. So you need to just bring your family and friends and network with you. Now, you can pay them. They're not going to do it for free, right? But that you have to pay them only on a results basis. So that you can pay them either like $20, between $20 and $50 per estimate that they book or per lead that they get, ideally per estimate. Or if you're really, really broke and you have no money, then you can pay them 5 to 10% of the jobs that you book from their leads. So they can go book you estimates, right? Help you. Hey, are you looking for any painting today? Or are you thinking about getting any painting done this season? Okay, cool. Well, hey, we're actually painting in your neighborhood. We've done a few projects on the street, and we're in the neighborhood here doing estimates. So can we schedule for an estimate tomorrow? Cool. So, or when are you thinking we can come by for an estimate? Right? You go, you do it, you get some estimates booked, you start doing estimates, and then you pay your marketers the deposit or part of the deposit that you get. You go, you quote the job, you book it, you take a 20% deposit. So say it's a $10,000 job, you take a $2,000 deposit, and then you give $1,000 of that, so 5% or 10% of the job, or $500, 5% of the job, to the marketer, to the friend, to the family member, your brother, sister, whoever, who helped you get that lead. And now that's not ideal. Like ideally, you're paying them per estimate because it's a closer life cycle to the result that they're trying to get. But if you don't have any money and you have to do it that way, it is fine as long as you're taking a deposit, and then you can pay your friend, family member a lot quicker. So the concept here is really rallying your friends, rallying your family, and being able to really get your network on your side to help you build your business. Of course, they're not going to want to do this just completely for free. They're going to want something out of it. So that's why you need to create a comp plan and just be really clear about it that you will pay them once you book jobs, right? And now you're going to be a lot more successful if you can find the right neighborhoods to go to. So go to Google Maps, pick out the right neighborhoods, and then go start canvassing. If you can hit 500 or so homes per night every single night for the next 7 nights, right between like 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. That would be 3,500 homes that you would hit in 7 days. That could potentially have the impact, have enough momentum behind it to change your life forever, at least change the trajectory of your life. Now, if you kept that up for 10 weeks, that'd be 35,000 homes. If you kept that up for 50 weeks, so for 1 year, that would be something like 125,000 homes. It'd be pretty insane. And so if 125,000 more ideal customers were presented the opportunity to work with you, what are the chances that, you know, 100 of them would want to work with you, right? Or 1,000 of them would want to work with you. So 100 is 0.1%. So if you were able to get 100 jobs out of that, and say it was a $5,000 job, and you're able to get 100 jobs out of that 125,000 doors that you knocked on, that would be $500,000 of revenue for like 0.1%, right? If you scale that up to a 1% of homes that you knocked on turned into jobs, which is totally reasonable, it's actually possible, that would be $5 million per year of sales. Check me on that, double check the math, but it's just like it's so undeniable on how effective this is. If you pick the right area, you have a really simple script, and you just get out there and you go do it, right? Because action is the biggest thing that you need to do. So if your business is slow and you're like, oh, the fall's coming, the winter's coming, I'm always so slow, I'm so scared, you know, it's because you're not doing enough action to bring in the leads necessary. Now, door knocking is one. You can also do other things like you can call other people who have jobs for you, property managers, realtors, builders, GCs. You can get a hold of them and just give them a call. Spend an hour a week, 2 hours a week calling them, right? And then over the course of the year, if you set one meeting per week with a property manager, that could be 50 more meetings per week that you have with a strategic partner just by doing a couple hours of outreach every single week. But the problem is that you're not doing this. You're not doing the activity. And that can just be done yourself. You don't even need the village. That's just you. So I challenge you to think like what are the things that you can actively do to go get more jobs? And everything that I just told you was completely free to get started. And ideally, your friends, your family members, the people that you're rallying to do this, they make a ton of money too. Because if they go out and they book, help you book one job per shift, and they get 5% of that, $5,000 job and make 250 bucks a night, like that's pretty good money for them. That's pretty much good money for anyone to go out for a couple of hours and make 250 bucks, right? But again, the biggest reason why people fail is that they don't do the action. So don't be that person. Don't be the person that doesn't do the action and complains when they're quiet. So, I mean, I could go on forever about this. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it pretty simple, pretty straightforward today. But what I do actually, what I have put together in our new school group that I just told you about a little while ago, is that we have the scripts, we have the accountability, the support, really everything that you need to get your first 5 jobs from this strategy, as well as a couple of other strategies, especially if you have past clients and past leads and stuff to maximize it, and also the sales process that you need to follow to be able to close these leads and turn these leads into estimates and turn these estimates into jobs. So you have our sales process, you have your reactivation, you have our new lead system, just like I talked to you about in a little bit more detail, a little bit more depth with the guides and the downloads and everything like that, all in our school community. And like I said, it's only 97 bucks to get started. We'll help you book your first 5 jobs. So if you want to get started working with us, you don't want to spend thousands, you don't even want to spend hundreds, but just $97, hit the link in the description, go to school.com/paintergrowth. Let's get started. Give it a try. And let's help you join the community, man. We got a great chat, great community. We're just launched this thing. So a lot more stuff to come, but you'll be able to access me directly in there, and you can even win a one-on-one call with me just by participating in the community and building up some points. So we've got some cool gamification, got a cool community, and most importantly, we're going to help you book jobs. So check that link out. It's $97 right now. Price is going to go up soon, but you can still get in. Hopefully you got a little bit of fire behind your butt on what you can start doing to scale your business, to get some jobs. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Painter Growth Podcast. If you want to grow your painting business, go to www.paintergrowth.com or click on the top link in the description. Talk soon.